Mm. What's going on? Happy Thursday to everybody. I hope y'all doing good. Let me know in the comments where you coming from. Right now, I'm just getting my notes right now. Hope y'all having a good week going into this Father's Day weekend. So happy Father's Day to all my fellow dads out there. I hope you out there enjoying your family, enjoying your kids. If you're watching this on a replay, happy Father's Day to you. If it has passed already, my bad. But I just hope all y'all doing good. Hope your week has been cool. For me, it's starting to warm up a little bit. It's starting to warm up out here, so we getting live. We getting warm, I should say, and it just feels good. It's starting to feel good. Not too hot yet, so we're gonna see how the summer goes. We're gonna see how the summer goes. Other than that, today we talking about burnout and Men's Mental Health Month, Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. If you know me, you know I'm someone who's dealt with mental health issues, and I've become a big advocate for it because it was something I wasn't aware of. It wasn't something I was introduced to. So I'm just really excited to bring it to other people and let people know that it's okay to take care of your mental health. That it's not a bad thing. Goodness. So we're gonna give it a little time, let people roll in, and you're watching this on a replay again. I appreciate you. If you're new here, check out the videos and see if it's something that aligns with you, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate that. Mm, I thought about this topic because I had actually felt burned out earlier this week when I was recording my podcast. Actually, I had recorded my Wednesday episode because I usually record both episodes on the same day, just back to back. So I had recorded my Wednesday episode, my Hump Day Motivations, and I did that. And then I had went to record my Monday episode, and it just felt redundant. It just felt like I was forcing it. I was like, you know what? I feel myself getting ready to burn out, so I need to disconnect. It was something I was experienced with. It's something I have felt before. So I knew that I needed to disconnect because I had experienced it in multiple stages of my life. And before I didn't have the tools and I didn't understand what burnout was. And that's when I really understood that I need to disconnect, take that time for myself, and understand that it's not a bad thing. It's not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign of you not showing up or not a sign of you being disciplined, any of that. It's just you really taking care of yourself so that you can show up as a full you. It's like having a cup full of water and then it's empty and you continuing to try to feed other people. You continue to help other people drink, and you can't allow yourself to continue to pour from that empty cup or continue to feed into other people if your cup isn't full. And that's what happened when I felt it, when I felt that burnout coming on. It was me continuing to try to pour into my audience, continue to try to pour into other people. But then I had to realize that, hey, I need to take this time for myself and refill my cup. So I don't know if any of you have ever felt burned out before, and are you able to identify it? We're gonna talk about some of those things today, and we're gonna talk about some of the ways that you can identify a burnout, and also not just identify it, but how can you overcome this burnout, and how can you handle this in a more healthy way. Good evening to Yolanda. I see you right there. Leave your name in the comments and let me know where you're coming from, and just say what's up. I'm checking them out live. If you have any questions, anything related to the topic, whether it be mental health, even though it's Men's Mental Health Month, we're going to cover different aspects of that. But we're also just going to cover burnout for everybody. And I'm going to give you some tips on how you can take care of your mental health as a man. And if you're not a man, how can you support the men in your life mental health? Because it's something that us men, we feel like we need to mask it a lot of times. We feel like we always need to like dumb it down because we always felt like we are talked about. People feel like it's a sign of weakness, and I want to tell you that that's not the case when it comes to your mental health. You have to take care of you in order for you to show up for anyone else. So just a brief overview of burnout is, for me, I felt it, like I said, when I was recording the podcast earlier this week. I felt it in my life at times when I became depressed, when I was overworking myself. I felt like, oh no, I need to show up. Men work hard. We make sure everything is taken care of, but a lot of times it disconnects us from everything else around us. We feel like, I don't know if any men in the comments, let me know if you ever felt burned out where you doing all the work, where you showing up for everybody else, you making sure everybody else is happy, And sometimes you neglect your own happiness. You just say that, oh no, I'm gonna be good, I'll be fine, let me just push through it, I'll figure it out, I'm a man, I gotta figure this thing out. I don't know if any other man can relate to that. If you can, and you're in the comments, and let me know. Just let me know how you feel. Let me know if I'm alone or if you're familiar with this feeling as well. I'm in education, so burnout happens every school year. Yeah, I can imagine because you're dealing with a lot of different personalities. You're dealing with the school, with the kids, and yeah. See, it's something that's common that we don't speak on as men. We don't talk about it enough because sometimes we feel like there's a lot of judgment that comes with it, or people don't understand it, or they dismiss how we feel. And sometimes people say, "Oh no, you expressing yourself, so you soft, you're not a man." It's all these different stigmas that I feel like I want to break these barriers to help people understand that you're not alone on this journey, and you have to take care of yourself no matter what. What's going on? I see you, Rod. I see All Star Player. I see you. Appreciate everybody tuning in. It means a lot to me. Just again checking out my notes to the side. If y'all see me scanning away, but yeah, just keep on taking care of your mental health. Be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself, and you have to learn how to check in with yourself. I know I felt burned out when I was working. I was working a lot of hours. I felt good because I was making the money, but in reality, it led to my depression, which I spoke on before when I was talking about my mental health journey, where I really felt burnout and I didn't really pay attention to it because I didn't have the tools to understand it. I didn't even have the language to use. I just knew that something didn't feel right. And then that's when I went on to my self-discovery. I went on to that journey to learn that it's okay not to be okay. Because again, society tells us that we need to have it all figured out. We need to always hold it together. We need to be strong. And just because you addressing these issues doesn't mean that you're not being strong. It doesn't mean that you're not taking care of yourself. It actually means that you are prioritizing yourself so that you can pour into others, so that you can be more of a present man. Because how do you expect to show up for other people when you're not showing up for yourself? How do you expect to be your best version of yourself for your kids, for your family, for your girlfriend, or whoever is in your life that's important, whoever is dependent on you? How do you expect to show up for them if you're not showing up for yourself? We have to understand. We have to understand because at the end of the day, we cannot just continue to put ourselves off. We can't continue to say no, I'm gonna be okay. No, we have to take these moments to reflect. We have to take these moments to be honest with ourselves. And those are the things that help me shift. Me personally, I appreciate everybody tuning in. We over here in the chat. I see Rod. I see All Stars. So yeah, I appreciate everybody tuning in. It means so much to me because this is something I'm passionate about, and I just want to help people. So if you hear whether it's a replay, just leave your comments, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I truly appreciate it. I had to take a break again from the podcast because I felt burned out. I just needed a break for myself. I needed time to reflect. I needed time to get my thoughts together. But enough about me though. We're gonna talk about how does burnout look. We talk about the emotional exhaustion, that numbness, the irritability where you withdraw from people. You feel like you find yourself distant and you don't know why. You don't know why I feel a little distant, why I feel like I need to separate from the world, separate from everything. That could be a sign of burnout. It could be a sign of you burning out on your day-to-day life because things in your life are redundant. You're doing the same things every single day, and you're not taking out this time for yourself. You're not taking out these moments to reflect, to just pour back into you. You get that mental fog. If you someone who's creative, if you someone who has dreams of doing something else, and you feel like I just can't work it out, I can't get these thoughts out of my head, that's also a sign of burnout. You had that mental exhaustion. You procrastinate. You don't have as much inspiration as you used to. Like all that motivation is gone. That's a sign of burnout. Decreased motivation, no clarity, no direction. All of these things are signs of burnout that we sometimes feel like we need to push through. When in reality, we just need to take a moment and pause. What's going on? I see you, Marquise, man. What's going on? I appreciate you tuning in, man. That means so much to me. We just covering this burnout. So if you're a man or anybody, not just a man, I'm saying man because I'm putting an emphasis on Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Take that time to pay attention to how you're really feeling. because at the end of the day, a lot of the things that we may be trying to fight through, we need to take a moment and pause. We need to take a moment to regroup ourselves, to get our mind right. And sometimes that moment that we take to pause gives us all the answers that we need, because it clears out that mental fog that we have. And you get physically fatigued, those headaches, you can't sleep. It's because your mind is racing. You're like, damn, I'm trying to figure this thing out. And you trying to force these things. You need to allow them to come to you. You need to align yourself with like the level of where you are compared to where you want to go. So are you being present? Are you being in the moment to allow yourself to find the answers, to allow the answers to come to you? A big thing about it is we try to chase things instead of attracting them. We always taught no hustle mentality. You got to get up and you have to go after it. But a lot of times it's that moment when you just allow yourself to pause, just be one with yourself and attract it. So I want to ask you right now, if you watching this live, let me know in the comments. Do you feel like you're the person that you need to be to attract everything that you want? The main indicator of burnout for me in a regular job and as a concept is a loss of passion for. Yeah, yeah, no, that's definitely coming because you feel like you pushing it. You feel like you're trying to force it. You feel like you're trying to force yourself to get to your goal much faster. But we forget that gap in between where we are and where we like to go. We have to fall in love with that journey, with that gap that's right there. We have to fall in love with that, because everything that happens along that gap is getting us much closer. It's helping us become the person that we need to become in order to attain, and not just attain, but retain the things that we're going after. So that's always something that you want to remember when we're thinking about it. And yeah, I feel like I'm constantly in process of becoming who I am meant to be. Yeah, we always growing individuals. We will always grow. We will always continue to have different levels of ourselves, because the person that we were today, it may not be the person that we need to be tomorrow in order to get what we want in the future. So it's all about having that mental clarity. It's about setting goals, but not just setting goals, but who is it that you need to become? Because I felt that too. I felt that I had to ask myself, who is it that Dorian needs to become in order to achieve everything that he wants in the future? And how am I not aligned with that today? What things am I not doing right this moment that I will do if I had already reached my goals? So those are the things that I had to answer for myself. Some of these things I've answered, and some of them I still haven't answered. And I don't feel guilty about it. I feel like, no, it's a part of the journey. It's a part of the learning process as we continue to move and grow. So I'll continue to push forward with that. And men, back to the men, just burnout. We suppress our feelings due to the societal norms. They say that we need to show up for everybody. We attempt to perform while like falling apart internally. We continue to try to be strong. We continue to try to show up and be those strong people that we feel like the world wants to see us as. We want to continue to show up as Superman. We don't want to show our vulnerable side. We don't want to show that, because that's a sign of weakness. That's a sign of somebody thinking, oh no, they don't have it all together. Because society and the world judge us so much. The world judge us so much, and they don't have any sympathy for men. They don't feel like, oh yeah, well, we need to take care of that. And that's the problem. That's where a lot of that burnout comes from. That's where a lot of those mental health issues come from as well. And exactly, men are taught to be strong. Don't cry, suck it up. We told that from when we kids. Oh yeah, you crying, you soft, you weak. No, just because you crying don't mean that you soft. Nah, that not at all. Some of the toughest men in this world cry, and it doesn't make them weak. And a lot of times we deal with it in private. We deal with these things in private, and that's how you feel when you don't show up, and when you don't show up for yourself. Because we had these mental breakdowns, because you're in your head, you're thinking like, damn, I should have had this shit figured out. I should have all these things together. And in reality, it's coming to you. So I want to share a couple of things with you on how you can heal from burnout. And this is for everybody, not just for men. Again, I'm saying this because of Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, but this is for everybody, really. I want you to ask yourself, man, and I keep saying man, that's just because of the Men's Mental Health Month. I just keep just defaulting to that. But everybody, ask yourself, what do you need today? What is it that you need today in your life? Whether it be emotionally, mentally, physically. is that you need to change your diet. You need to focus on yourself. You need to go exercise more. Do you need to emotionally just dump these things out? Do you need to go journal? Do you need to just have a mental break from the world? Do you need to take time for yourself? How can you show up for yourself better right now? Yeah, facts, dog. Exactly. Yeah, we always want to be tough. And just because we crying don't mean we not tough. But again, what do you need from yourself right now? Who that version of you right now, you knowing who you want to become. What is it that you need in your life that's going to serve you the most that you're not doing? The thing that you're robbing yourself of that you know you should be doing. You burning yourself out, you pushing yourself to the side for the better of others when in reality, you're also doing them a disservice because you're not able to show up full. You're not able to show up whole. You continuing to let that hole in that cup drain while you continuing to try to scoop it and pour it into someone else. But you haven't patched that hole within you. You haven't patched that hole within yourself. So you continuing to try to give when you're not pouring back into yourself. How can you service yourself even better? I want you to answer that question for you. Ask yourself this phrase: today I feel, today I need, and I will give myself this. I'm actually type that into the chat real quick. Hold on. I forget that I could type in here. My bad. So yeah, now again, I appreciate everybody tuning in. It means so much to me as I continue to do these weekly series to help people grow and continue to bring awareness to different things that we don't talk about on the regular. Sometimes I had these conversations with friends and people close to me, but I want people to feel like they're part of the conversation as well. I want people to feel like it's okay to have these conversations and it's normal. I want to normalize it a little bit. So did it go? There we go. I'll put it into the chat right there. So this is a phrase I want you to take with yourself. Today, I feel, just be honest with how you feel and say what you need. And what will you give yourself? How will you pour back into you? So that's all about just checking in with yourself, setting an alarm as a reminder where you allowing yourself to really just check in with who you are and taking that moment for you just to reflect, pay attention to the things that may be masked over the busy days that we have. We may be dealing with the kids, we may be dealing with our goals, our jobs, and we forget to just check in with ourselves. Be like, hey, look in the mirror, like, hey, bro, you good? I'm like, all right, cool, we good, we solid. But if not, that those days just pass by and they accumulate, and that continues to diminish who we are as people because we're not taking that time to fully heal, fully recharge ourselves. It's like having a phone. You plug your phone in every day. You got to charge your phone. What about your battery? Where you at on the scale from 1 to 100? Some of us may be at 50%, some may be at 80. Some of us may be running on E. We like, shit, I'm below 10% right now. I've been running on fumes for weeks. Take that time to recharge yourself and don't feel guilty about it. This is men, women, whoever you are, wherever you are on your journey in your life, you deserve to show up as 100% of yourself. Another thing I want you to do when you're dealing with burnout is to set boundaries. Just set boundaries without the guilt. Don't feel like you need to show up for everybody just because they ask you to. No, you have to set the boundaries, and people that are not using you, people who have your best interests at heart, they won't take your no as like a disrespect, or they won't feel any way about it. No, they will encourage it. They will encourage you to take that time for yourself. Like, no, I can't do it right now. I have to do this for myself. So pay attention to the people who you have in your life that get mad when you can't show up for them just because you're showing up for yourself. Because everybody want to show up for we want people, how can I put this? People want us to show up for them, but then they don't want to show up for you. And then when you don't show up for them, even though you've been showing up time after time again, they begin to feel the guilt. They begin to guilt trip you, tell you that, oh yeah, that's wrong. That's something I need to address with you. Like, no, this is you. And don't feel guilty about that. So pay attention to how people respond when you set boundaries. The people who have your best interests at heart will never feel any type of way. They will always encourage it. I want you to think about that as you deal with your relationships in your life and the people that's in your life. Do they encourage you to take care of your well-being, or do they Do they make you feel guilty about it? Do they feel salty about you taking that time for you? Um, just use no as a filter. It's not a rejection, because every no is a yes to your well-being and your peace. You saying no for a reason. You saying no because it doesn't align with you. You saying no because you can't do it, or maybe because you know you can't show up the way that you want to show up for them. You just know you don't have the capacity. So remember that. Just saying no. Don't feel guilty about it. That's you saying yes to your well-being. That's you saying yes to your peace, which is something that we usually put off by default, because we always say, oh, I want to show up for everybody. I want to show up for my friends, for my family. We do this by default. So I want you to understand that it's okay to say no, and always pay attention to people that make you feel guilty for saying no, that treat you differently after you tell them no. They stop checking on you. Those phone calls stop. Those text messages stop. You're like, damn, our relationship that's how weak it was. Pay attention to those people, because you don't need them in your life. So pay attention to that as you think about setting boundaries with yourself. Again, what's going on, man? I see you, PJ. Appreciate you tuning in. Um, just start with one small no per week. What's something that you've been carrying with you? What's something that you've been always showing up for, and you just can't show up for it anymore? What's a boundary that you need to set? So I want you to reflect on that and just think about what you need to do for yourself. So this upcoming week, within the next week, I want you to say no to something that would have usually cost you your peace. What's something you just been showing up for just because you feel like you need to show up, because you didn't want to feel guilty, because you're loyal to someone? What's something that you've been showing up to that you really don't want to do? You're like, I don't want to do this shit. Like, I'm cool. I'm good. What's that one thing for you that you just want to stop showing up for? Just take note of that. I realized that the time I spent and spend finding money. Yeah, absolutely. You can always show up for the people that show up for you, because we want to show up for the wrong people, and they won't show up for us. They won't show up for us at all. But we continue to show up for them. We continue to support, and we allow them to give us the excuse. We allow them to drain us. So we thinking about how we becoming burned out, but we becoming burned out because we continue to show up to people who's not pouring into us, but we continue to pour into these people. And like I said, that cup, let's hold on, I got a bottle of water here. Like this bottle of water right here, we continue to pour out. But who's refilling your cup? Who's refilling you? If the people you have around you, you continue to pour out into them, take note. If they filling into you, do they give you healthy conversations? Are they giving you healthy perspectives and opinions? Do they just check on you just to check on you? So pay attention to the people that you have in your life, and the ones that are draining you and the ones that are pouring into you. Another tip I will have for you, if you're facing burnout, just create space for stillness. I like to take time to just decompress. This is a moment that I have to myself. Anybody that know me know that I probably put my phone do not disturb. I'm gonna just chill, just have a moment for myself, whether it be me taking a walk, me just closing my eyes, no screens. All these types of things allow me just to reflect for myself. It allowed me to just reconnect with me. And I don't feel guilty about it. Even 10 minutes of this is good. 10 minutes of silence, you journaling, you writing your things down, your thoughts, being more aware, being more conscious about how you feeling, what's really going on. And the thing about it though, when a lot of people try to journal, they try and put the things that they think they need to put instead of being honest with yourself. Because this is a conversation between you and those pages, you typing on your phone, you writing it on paper, however you jotting it down. This is a conversation between you and yourself. So this is the moment where you need to be most honest. This is the moment where you need to be most honest with yourself about where you are, how you feeling, how you feel throughout the day. Just take note of these things and also reflect back on them. It's a good practice to go back to the things that you do write down, so that way you can see your progress. So just find that moment to just relax, and allow a world where we have a lot of things coming into us. We have a lot of things being projected onto us, whether it be social media, be the world around us. We rarely take moments to just pause and reflect. And this allows us to recharge, like I was saying earlier. That moment that we need to recharge, this gives us that time. This is that time to recharge your battery. Like we charge in our phones, we plug in ourselves, we plug it into ourselves when we take this time to just reflect and just chill and relax. Just try it for 10 minutes, just sitting in silence. Do something that works for you, do something that you want to do for you. Find that time. I don't care if it's as little as 3-5 minutes. We got another tip for you. We got like a couple more tips before we go on to the next subject. Just let go of that superhero mask. You don't need to be everything to everybody. You just need to be everything to the people that matter to you. You can rest and still be responsible. You can rest and still be present. I see you, G's. I appreciate you for tuning in, man. It means so much to me. Many people, especially men, wear the like "I got it" mask. When sometimes we need to be honest and say, like, nah, I don't have it right now. Like, I just don't have the mental capacity. I don't have what it takes to just push through because I need to pour back into me. I need to take care of myself. I need to take this time. So just let go of being that superhero. And when we do this, it doesn't make us weak. It doesn't make us less of a man. Because that's what society tells us when we're not able to show up. When we choose us, they tell us that we're weak or that we're not doing good. And that's not the case at all. Just create a safe space for yourself. How does that look for you? Whether it be you finding a hobby. I know for me personally, when I just take that time for myself, when I just take off that mask and I allow myself to be present, I do things like I just go take a walk. I even like to sit in the bathtub and just relax and soak in water with like some Epsom salt and stuff, just chill. I like to deal with my plants. Sometimes I read different things. I just do things that feed into me that I enjoy. That's just me doing the things that I like to do. Yes, hard lesson learned, like someone ciphering you. Yeah, you only need to be a hero to the people that matter. Yep, absolutely, man. Because you know they'll show up for you. You know that you continue to pour into them, or you know that they will show up the same way for you, whether you're able to show up on them on a consistent basis or not, because that relationship, that love is solid. It's not something that's fake. It's not something that's forced. Rest is a strategy. So schedule the time to just rest and reset yourself. Slowing down is just self-respect for you. It's you slowing down for yourself and understanding that this time that I need for myself in order for me to continue to show up, in order for me to continue to perform. Um, let's see, we got I'm just over here checking out my notes again. I appreciate everybody. Again, I started these lives because I just wanted to connect with y'all. I wanted to provide more value in a live setting instead of me just feel like I'm always just talking. We're gonna come in, we're gonna have days where we come in and just chill, like a little social hour and relax. So if you're new here, note it down. Every Thursday, we coming in 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will be here with conversations to help you grow, to help you progress, and to just be real, with ourselves and just let that mask down. This is a safe space. So whatever you feeling, just come in as your raw, authentic self. Don't worry about being judged. Don't worry about like having it all together, because we all having a human experience and just figuring things out as we go. So I want to challenge you. I got something else for you. Pick one moment from this week where you let the mask drop, even if it's just with yourself, and do nothing if you need to. This coming weekend or the next week or so, early in the week, if you're watching this live, just take a moment where you just say, you know what, I'm just taking a mask off and I'm doing something for me. Just take that time. But I wanted to talk about the men's mental health because it's something that we don't speak on a lot. And a lot of men don't know how to deal with their mental health, and they feel like it's a bad thing when they address their mental health. I want to normalize the idea that mental health is not a weakness. It's not a weakness. It's more of awareness. It's more of awareness. And when you're able to show up as a full healed version of you, when you're able to be honest with yourself that, hey, I'm not okay. I'm not all right. I do need to address this thing. That's not a sign of weakness. That is just a sign of you saying that I need to grow. I need to evolve into someone else. When you have this awareness, you can better handle it, and you allow yourself the pathway to heal. It's like saying, no, you know what? I don't have it all together. And now a pathway for you is being lined up for you to actually learn and for you to actually grow in a way that you've never grown before. And you may learn something about yourself. Yeah, mental health is not a weakness. I see the comments. It's an awareness. Absolutely. It's okay to not have it all together. This is to all my men out there. I don't know where you are. I don't know where you're on your journey, what you're dealing with emotionally, mentally, the weight that's on your shoulders a lot of times, especially in today's society. When we have social media, we have these things that tell us we need to have it all together. We need to do X, Y, and Z by a certain stage or by a certain age. It's a different world. You on your own journey, and it's okay not to have all the answers, and it's okay not to be okay. You're allowed to pause, and you're allowed to just feel. You're allowed to feel whatever emotions you feel. Whether you just want to break down, that's perfectly fine. But one thing about it though, when we fall down, we always get back up. We ain't stand down. Nah, we ain't no weak people. We gonna always get back up, but we gonna get back up swinging even harder. Our back against the wall, we gonna continue to swing. And that's what happens when you take care of your mental health, when you pay attention to it. You telling yourself like, no, I'm down right now. I'm not feeling this. But at the same time, you're not allowing yourself to break. You're not allowing yourself to fold. You're allowing yourself to fight and to grow, allowing yourself to heal, allowing yourself to see more of you that you didn't see before because you kept putting down those gloves. Every time life got hard, every time life knocked you on your ass, you was like, nah, I'm good. You know what? I'm gonna stop right here. And then you continue to face that same obstacle. You continue to face that same roadblock because you never want to address it. So this is to all my men out there on this mental health awareness month. Please do me and yourself a favor and address your mental health, whether it be reading, listening to podcasts, being honest with yourself, being vulnerable as well. It's not a sign of weakness. I see you, miss you, pops. Yeah, keep your head up, man. Just know that he watching over you, that he proud of you. Just keep on going. Because at the end of the day, you know what he wants you to do. You know exactly what he wants you to do, and you know he watching over you, and he got you all the way through. It's just a lot of those things comes with our mental health as men. And to all my women that's watching this right now, we getting to the end of the of this video, of this live right now. To all my women, or if you have women in your life, when they ask how can they show up for you, or if you just want to have that conversation with a woman in your life that you trust or that you love, ways for them to show up for you is to listen without judging or just trying to fix the issue, just allowing you to vent, allowing you to be you with no judgment. Sometimes men don't need the advice. We just need room to let go. We need room to unravel all the things that we dealing with within that we sometimes can suppress. We sometimes are suppressing these things because we don't want to feel weak. We don't want to feel like we don't have the answers. We want to show that Superman side of us. But in reality, we need time to sometimes just hear ourselves. And any woman, if you supporting a man in your life, you have a man in your life or any type of man, just allow that man to vent and be a safe space for him. Be a space where he feel like he can come and talk to you in private and it doesn't go anywhere. He's not being judged because he's having these conversations with you. Encourage without that pressure. Invite him to open up and don't force it. If he don't want to talk about it, then that's okay. Allow him to talk about what he wants to talk about and allow him to come to you in time that feels right with him. So that's another way. Acknowledge his silent efforts. Because a lot of times we often won't verbalize our stress, but we do feel it. You may be able to see a change in our patterns. You may be able to see a change in our mood and our attitudes. That's because it's something within us that we're dealing with. It's a conflict that we have within ourselves. Especially now with the world changing, we trying to find a way to better support ourselves, to better support our futures, to live a more comfortable life. And it's so tough. It becomes so tough because we get all these different stigmas. We get all these different messages about how we should have it all together right now. And a lot of men feel like, damn, I'm behind right now. I shouldn't be having these issues at this age. I should have this by this age. I thought I would achieve this by so-and-so. So it's a lot of things. There's a lot of societal pressures that come down on us as men. So if you're a woman, this is a way that you can support your man. Just acknowledge his silent efforts and allow him that space to just be. Allow him that space to be a human. Allow him that space to grow. And just be that support, be that shoulder for him to lean on, that conversation that he needs to have. And you can give him those encouraging words. Don't shoot him down. Don't talk down on him, especially as Black people in America. We already have enough problems against us as Black men. We have the battle against ourselves where people like Black men don't support enough Black men. We have the society of we dealing with the police. Like, damn, I get pulled over. Am I going to make it out of this situation? We got other races against us because they feel like we not good enough. Sometimes they feel like they intimidated by us. There's a lot of things that we deal with that people don't even realize, that we don't even share. It's a lot of experiences that we never share with people because we feel like it's normal. And it's crazy that we feel like these things are normal because because society always tells us to shut up and be strong. Society always tells us to just be quiet, and that's what men do. So just be a safe space, and you don't necessarily have to be the solution. Just let the love be the container for that person, not the controller. You can even ask, what do you think men need more emotionally? Like the men in your life, ask how can you support them emotionally? Just open up that box, open up that pathway for them to have that conversation with you. What's one thing that makes you feel supported? All my men out there, find ways that makes you feel more supported if you don't know what that is. But like I said, we was talking about burnout today and men's mental health. I want you to understand that burnout is not a badge of honor. Burnout is not a good thing. Take that time for yourself. When we walk away from this video, take that time for you. Men deserve emotional freedom. Men deserve to be heard. Men deserve to just feel with no judgment. And we all need more rest. We all need that time and just to be honest with ourselves. But we gonna wrap it up though. I want you to remember that you don't have to have it all together. You don't have to do it all. You just have to stop abandoning yourself. And if this helped you at all, if you watching this on a replay, I want you to hit that comment button. Let me know what you think, or let me know how you feeling emotionally, how you taking care of yourself, and how you can better show up for yourself as well. I want to say I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all for tuning in for this transformational Thursday. It means so much to me. And we'll be back next week. We'll be back working on some things. We'll be back getting things together and having more of these real conversations about things that we need to address. And y'all go out there and have a good day, good evening. Again, I appreciate all y'all. And remember, everybody is greatness within, even you.